No, truly, I'm not going to do that. But I thought I'd show you something very funny. I did a video of that before and it just tastes like dust. Ugh. Ugh. Never try it again. This book is called Crazy Little Thing Called Love, and I could not tell you what it is about. It is by Tom Bromley. It was once a beautiful book that I never got the chance to read and had to put it away for a few years because it's not exactly what you really want, to see in a book. It kind of disheartens me. It makes me feel sad. It actually made me cry at the time. Yeah. Beautiful book, beautiful purple cover. My dog chewed it up about like 5 or 6 years ago. I can't remember, but because it's been in a box in my mum's shed, and I thought to show you because it's quite funny at the same time that I've actually it's quite funny at the same time that I've still kept it. It's fully readable. I mean, given at the top of it, some of the pages are a bit skew with, but it's pretty, for the most part, readable. I think my camera's upside down. You can see that. So I'm going to read this sometime soon, but I thought it'd be funny to show you guys this little, wreck of a book. So what I did want to talk to you about is that I'm going to review a book. I'm using my partner's webcam at the moment because I don't really have good luck with webcams, and my computer one is really annoying, so I don't know whether this is going to come back as being able to hear me, but we'll soon see. So the book that I'm going to be doing a review on is Susanne Mallery, Already Home. Okay, Already Home is about a character named Jenna Stevens. She has just divorced her husband, and she's trying to start her life over fresh. She was a chef, but she doesn't believe in herself enough to do that at the moment. And she decides to move back to her hometown with the hometown that she used to live in with her adoptive parents. This is no spoilers here, by the way. So she builds her life back up, and then her biological parents come and throw it out of whack. And the story is basically about her trials and tribulations through the whole thing, and her store, and getting her life back together, romance, and her family and friends and their lives as well. So this is women's fiction. It's contemporary fiction. It's basically more about different characters as well as the main character, rather than just one character and romance. This book does have romance. It also has negative things of romance as well, obviously. It deals with a lot of things, really. It deals with finding yourself, overcoming, how do I say this, overcoming people in general. I know this sounds vague, but I don't really know how to explain it properly, but just finding yourself and finding your niche and finding your passions and fighting for what you believe in, and just coping with the things life throw at you, and as well as a lot of other things jam-packed into this book. I think she did a really good job with the story and the concept and where it came from and the whole premise of the story. I don't exactly like her style as per se, because the 2 pointers that I'm going to mention now is that it was a bit repetitive, or not a bit, it was a lot repetitive in a lot of places, basically about the same things, and I got really frustrated because I wanted to read the book and I wanted to enjoy it wholeheartedly for what it was, because it is a really, really brilliant book. Probably not the best book I've read, but it has a really great storyline, and it just frustrated me that she had to repeat herself. Another really downward spiraling thing that made me put down the book is that a little part way through the novel, one of the characters kind of jumps completely out of character for me, and the way she behaved and reacted to something, and it really just pulled me back, and I just went, whoa, you've already built up this character. To make her act like that is just not her character. Sorry, but whoa, no. Um, but that's pretty much the only two things, because I really do think that people should read this book. It's not a chick lit book. It's not really what you could classify as a chick lit book, because it's about chicks and women and stuff like that. Chicks and women are the same thing. But I don't really want to lump it into that. Well, I will be doing that when it comes time to, divvying out my books into the various challenges I'm doing. But if you're more of a contemporary reader, which is what it is, yeah, it's general fiction. It's great. I love the cover, by the way. It's just, I went online and I was like, oh, I want to buy this book too, but I don't want to pay $30 for an ugly cover, because I paid $30 for this. That's a lot of money to invest in a book. A lot of money to invest in a cover too, which is pretty much why I did it. No, I read the back as well, which is just the back too. And it's really sweet and nifty. And a point I was making when I was rambling in my other video is that this awesome thing at the back has book discussion questions. So if you guys, or any of you guys, actually buy it and do a review on this book, I'd love to discuss the questions, or I'd love to discuss questions about it, which if you haven't got it in your book, we can talk about it anyway. I can write them up and we can talk. This book especially comes with a free ebook, which is awesome. And then some recipes, which I love because I am a cooking freak. I love to cook, or I love to experiment. So all the way through this book, she was talking about food and experimenting, and I tried my own recipes, not out of this book, but I tried my own, and yeah, I think she really did inspire me as a character. She gave me a lot of ideas for what I could do with my future, especially with the business and stuff like that. So I really love books that do that. And this book was going to be a 3 stars, and I gave it a 4 because at the end it actually made me cry, which is very rare for a book to do. It made me cry. I already knew what was coming. For me, that's just me. I kind of knew what was coming. I don't know why, I did. But the way it was handled, it made me cry. I don't know why. It reminded me of a few things, and I think pretty much about that much, maybe a lot more actually. The story really kicked off halfway through. I kind of got over the whole repetitiveness. I put it aside and really wanted to focus on what the story was about, which is a point. The whole story is what I read for, not the style as such, but the story. And I think that's very important when reading books, to remember sometimes that it isn't about analysing or tearing it apart or thinking about the style as much. If I didn't like the style as much as I did, I probably wouldn't have read it, though I did spend $30 on it. Life's just too short to waste time on crap. So her style is erratic, and if you look at her um, pages and stuff on YouTube, you kind of see how her mind not mentally functions, but goes through questions and stuff like that. And I see that a lot in here. I see it a lot in her writing, and I think knowing that, it kind of brings a whole new meaning to the book as well. So I'm going to stop rambling, but I hope this is actually a decent review. I do a lot better when I write reviews. somewhat. So yeah, definitely pick this up. Probably not one of my favorites of the year, but definitely it was a great book to read. Definitely, I think it doesn't really matter what season you read it in. It's winter here. Well, actually, it's coming on to spring now. Um, and August, when it's meant to be winter, it's actually like 24 degrees, which is hot. Really hot. I have the aircon on in winter. That's fucking insane. So, yeah, that's about it. I'm reading the Carrie Diary still. My plan is to finish it by this week, the end of this week, and I really don't know what to read next. I have so many books to read, it hurts my head. I've got a review book I'm reviewing for a blog tour as well. It's an ebook. I'm not really liking that very much, and I'm sick of saying okay? So I'm gonna go before I keep jabbering on. But it's great to be back on cam, and you know what? Some guy sent me a message today, said that my face shouldn't be on the camera. Well, fuck you, because it is, and yours isn't. So that makes you a coward. Anyway,